Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out ICP's price chart. And if you remember, in the previous update we were right in here, and the idea was that hopefully this is going to be a 1 2 3 4 5, and followed by that I think I said this might be an ABC in form of a zigzag, but we need to see a move up first in order to take this important high, and at that point we can be bullish with a little bit more confidence, because this is going to be a confirmed ABC or maybe a WXY, generally some sort of a correction structure. So what happened? Unfortunately, we didn't get the bounce that we all expected. Instead, we got a move on the downside. Now, at the moment, I'm not completely bearish in ICP yet, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But before that, let's go on 30-minute chart. Okay, so I think we can all agree this is 5 down into 1, correction for wave 2, maybe 1 2 3 4 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4, and we are having kind of another move on the downside into wave 5. And what happens next? A move on the upside. Now, about the shape of the move, at the moment, I really cannot tell you anything for sure, and I don't really know whether this is going to be like an impulse, a very strong move up, or maybe just a simple correction. All I have to say is this: if we are having some sort of a strong move up in ICP next, I need you to have your eyes on this important high now, about, let's say, exactly around $5. Why is this important? Okay, question. Can you argue maybe starting from this point we are having a 1 2 3 4 5? You may think this can be an impulse down, or maybe like some sort of a diagonal structure. However, that is absolutely not the case. Why is that? You see, in any kind of 5 wave, wave 3 is just simply not allowed to be the smallest wave. This is a big no-no in Helios waves. Now, let's put our chart on logarithmic scale and then measure the length of our wave 3 from this point to about here and compare to the other waves. Is it smaller than this supposedly wave 1? Absolutely. Is it also smaller than the current move down that we are having? As you can see, if I just zoom in a bit more, by a very decent margin so far, the answer is yes. So what is it that I'm trying to say? If we get a move up from the current point, or maybe like a bit lower in ICP, in order to take this important high, at that point we can argue this whole move most likely is a correction, and after it's over, or maybe it's over already, depending on what kind of a move are we going to have in this phase, we're gonna have some more moves on the upside. And I'm really hoping that in ICP we are going to reach at least to about this important region between like 5.8 to about the $6.1 $6 area, in order for me to get out of my long position. And also, I think we talked about this before, right in here, when this move down happened, it was a bit too fast, and we did kind of create a very important gap. I believe it was on H1 time frame, and since I think gaps 95+% of the time are going to get filled, well, okay, from my point of view, makes perfect sense to argue in ICP one way or the other. If we're going to get a move up maybe from the current point, we are going to reach to about this region just for the first target. So overall, again, I do like to still remain optimistic. Now, question: do we have some bearish signs in here? The answer is unfortunately yes. And do not get me wrong, I really want to be bullish on ICP, but if the chart is showing me some bearish signs, I have to show it to you guys. Okay, let's just hide everything. Okay, so what happened in the recent move down in the last couple of hours? As you can see, we have clearly taken this important slowdown here, about $4.6. Why is this important? Because in the previous videos, I was saying maybe we are having a series of 1-2s, and for example, this can be 1 2 and then 3 4 5 wave up into a larger degree wave 3, and then we're gonna have correction for 4 and at least one more move up into wave 5. But I said every single scenario should have an invalidation point for it, and our invalidation point for this possibility was taking this low, which we did it recently. So this, in my books, is absolutely not an optimistic sign. It might even be a bit of a bearish sign. However, here is why, once more, I'm gonna say I'm not completely bearish yet. You see, in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, we do have a very important region in here between, let's say, 4.4 to about $4.6. And as long as we are staying above here, I can kind of consider the possibility of having, starting from here, maybe like a WXY, or I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe like an ABC flat structure, generally some sort of a correction. What I really do not want to see in ICP is a break of this important level, meaning we go under it, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move down. Why? Because under here, we really do not have a whole lot of strong supports in the short term. So the moment that we see a break of this thing, I'm gonna say in ICP, our move down is going to continue. And in that phase, more likely than not, we are going to take the lowest low all the way down here around $4.2. So as long as we are staying above here, I think we are allowed to be kind of optimistic. Now, let's go on some higher time frames and put the chart on logarithmic scale and see what is happening in terms of indicators. Okay, so what do we have? This is a sell signal in MACD. However, we are having a confirmed buy signal in a stock RSI now, which is absolutely an optimistic sign. Now, if you do not care about what is happening in the short term and you really do not want to be involved in that, well, okay, I would like to suggest just wait a little bit more and see buy signals in these two indicators at the same time. And at that point, okay, I think you can be optimistic with a lot of confidence. And what is happening in daily charts? Well, okay, this is definitely not an optimistic sign, because now it seems like that we want to have a sell signal in MACD, and we are already having one in a stock RSI. Now again, pay attention. I said we want to have a sell signal in MACD. Why? Because this is happening currently, and at the moment, at least, is not confirmed yet. You need to wait until the end of the day, and then if we still have this signal, it's not going to be good. But at the moment, in MACD on daily time frame, I am having my eyes on this important divergence line right in here. Why is that? Because a divergence, a bullish one by itself, is an optimistic sign suggesting we're going to get a move up. However, the moment that we get a break of the divergence line, at that point, number one, the divergence is going to get invalidated, and number two, it's going to show bulls are not really that strong. And from that point moving forward, odds are you are going to see a rather strong and sharp move on the downside, which will definitely not be an optimistic sign. So as you can see, there is still some hope for ICP, and I think basically it all comes down to this important support area between 4.4 to about 4.6 bucks. Get a bounce back from it, and especially in that phase, take this important high. At that point, we can be very much optimistic. Get a break of this level, go under it, pull back, and a continuation of the move down. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a different story, and at that point, you are going to see me calling for some lower prices in internet computer. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in ICP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.